Welcome to Level Up Studio Insights. In honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, we're taking a closer look at how building resilience and a healthy mindset can help you move forward in school, work, and life. I'm here today with Dr. Gulnaz Agahi from UMass Global. Dr. Agahi, Mental Health Awareness Month invites us to reflect on well-being. What does this month represent to you as a behavioral health educator and practitioner?
Obviously, I'm a little biased, and I find this to be my favorite month because it's a good reminder for us, even as clinicians, to be kind to ourselves and take moments throughout the day to participate in acts of kindness for ourselves and others and practice having fun and connecting to others. I think that's an important component for all of us that as we grow up and become adults, we forget to do. So when it comes to Mental Health Awareness Month, the focus should be just reminding ourselves to have fun and connect. And it sounds so simple, but believe it or not, there's a lot of research behind how a healthy mindset starts with having fun and being able to find joy in little things in life again.
Thank you for sharing that perspective, Dr. Agahi. It's helpful to understand what this month represents from both an educator and practitioner lens. Building on that, when you consider the evolving conversation around mental health, what skills or mindsets do you believe are most important for individuals to develop today?
I think a very important one is a growth mindset. One of our biggest nemesis to all of us is becoming stuck and feeling like we keep going round and round in a circle. So a growth mindset is critical for us to grow, whatever that could look like, professionally, personally. As part of that, also allowing for flexibility. Often in our roles, we become a lot more rigid. We close opportunities to ourselves. So one of the things I always encourage is being flexible, being open to explore new things, to challenge ourselves. And in order to do that, I think the other important component is positive self-talk and gratitude. Knowing that starting to say positive things like affirmations to believe in ourselves. We got this. We could do this, and being grateful for what we have.
That's incredibly insightful, especially as more people look for practical ways to support their well-being. Speaking of which, many adults are navigating stress, change, and competing priorities in work, school, and daily life. What are some foundational practices or approaches that can help strengthen resilience?
You know what, I know what I'm going to say sounds earth-shattering, everyone. It's prioritizing sleep, exercise, and nutrition. How many times have we heard that? One of the most common things that occurs to us when we are under a lot of stress, we're not able to get a good night's sleep. Over 20 to 30% of Americans actually struggle with having a healthy sleep, obtaining 6 to 8 hours of sleep. So one of the simple things is helping prioritize sleep, exercising, whatever that looks like. It could look different for everyone, and having a healthy nutrition. But another important component is nurturing relationships. When we are juggling multiple balls, like you said, the work, school, daily life, we forget how critical relationship is. Again, has become a public health issue, the fact that isolation has become a huge, huge factor in this country. And so it's important that we go back and nurture those relationships, whatever, professionally, personally, and make those connections with people, because as human beings, we need that. And another important component is focusing on control. Not try to control everything, but recognizing that sometimes things are out of our control, and be okay with that. And I think a lot of us struggle with that piece. If anyone comes from the world of recovery, one of my favorite affirmations that I take from the 12th step is the first step, which says, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. I take that to heart every day.
Strategies are so valuable, especially for anyone trying to stay grounded while managing competing priorities. On that note, education and continued learning play an important role in personal growth.
Mm-hmm.
How can developing mental health awareness support someone's progress in their education or career journey?
That's a really good question. And I think it's actually, the mental health awareness could support education and career journey, but it could also be the other way around, where people that pursue education and career journey improve their mental health. And there's some great research around this area as well. But really what we look at is with mental health awareness and positive self-talk, we could build resilience and strengthen our own interpersonal skills to begin to value who we are and what we can achieve. If I tell myself, I got this, I want to learn about this, I'm going to be in a better mindset to pursue opportunities for growth. And when we talk about opportunity for growth, as you mentioned, it could be within education, it could be within our career, taking even classes for personal growth, right? That positive mindset puts us in a better space to problem solve, believe in ourselves, and the opportunity to continue to learn and shape who we are. But also, it supports our mental health because it provides us, when we learn more, we tend to be in a more positive mindset that we're learning and growing. One of my favorite Persian proverbs that I've taken to practice says, seek knowledge from cradle to grave. And I really take that to heart in my own role, in my own personal growth every day.
Such an encouraging connection between personal and professional growth and mental health and mental well-being. For the adults who are actively working on maintaining their mental health, if you could offer one message of encouragement to adults striving to support their mental well-being, what would you share?
Be gentle and kind to ourselves. Be gentle and kind to yourself. And there's no shame in asking for a consultation from a mental health professional. Often in the work that I do in my practice, I have individuals who come to me and they're always beating themselves up. I'm guilty of that too. We're all humans, and there are times that we tend to kind of come down on ourselves. We're always at what I call the stinking thinking, negative thoughts about ourselves, and being able to catch that and just say, no, that's not me. So be kind, be gentle to yourself. You deserve it.
I love that. Thank you so much. That's such a powerful reminder. This wraps up today's Level Up Studio Insights. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.